Hello everybody, Willem Petzer here. So today we'll be talking about the findings of the South African Human Rights Commission on the utterances made by Julius Malema. Now the utterances made by Julius Malema range from saying kill the Boer, in other words inciting people to go and murder people of another ethnicity, to this.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
Yes, that's exactly what he said. He's not calling for the slaughter of white people, at least for now or yet, but he cannot guarantee the future. He cannot guarantee whether he's going to or not in the future. And the South African Human Rights Commission decided none of these things constitute hate speech. Now I think this video is very important for us to share, especially with the international community, so that they can see just how far things have gone here in South Africa and the double standards. For example, a woman has been sent to jail for 3 years for using a racial slur. Now for my American friends out there, compare someone like Donald Trump saying something like, I'm not calling for the slaughter of all Mexicans, at least for now, but I cannot guarantee the future. And then compare it to some random black woman with absolutely no political power whatsoever calling a white person a racial slur. So that's basically exactly what we have here in South Africa. If a minority calls the majority a racial slur, they get 3 years in jail. If someone from the majority says, go murder the minority, or I'm not calling for the slaughter of the minority, at least for now, but I cannot guarantee the future, this is the South African Human Rights Commission in their own words.
On the basis of that analysis and other considerations, the Commission came to the conclusion that while the acts forming the subject of these complaints may be quite offensive, they do not meet the legal threshold to qualify as hate speech.
Now in this video I'll be talking about the double standards that we have here in South Africa and exactly why we have them. But first, for those of you who are new here, our goal is to try and objectively look at current events in South Africa. So if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to us. Feel free to send your name and preferred language to this number right here to receive updates on WhatsApp from this channel. Our constitution in South Africa says basically that we have freedom of expression or speech except for hate speech. Now anyone who knows politics will know that this hate speech means basically whatever the ruling party disagrees with, especially if you live in a country like South Africa, which has basically been a one-party state, with one party always winning since 1994 with a majority of the vote. But why are there so obvious double standards? Why do the South African government not care about how obvious they make it to everyone outside of South Africa how terribly unfair they are? A person literally calling for the slaughter of people gets off scot-free and has done nothing wrong, while a person who has been offensive gets jail time. Now I would like for you to think back to the time when you were in primary school. What did you do when someone offended you? Well, most boys would go hit that person. Most girls would run away and cry. Now fast forward to high school and the chances that you are going to punch that person becomes a little bit less, and the chances that you are going to control yourself becomes much more. Except if you are a bully, a person who cannot take any criticism or any words against him, who can only use physical force to intimidate others into submission and into quote-unquote respecting him. Now fast forward to the adult world. Who in the adult world will try to hurt someone for offending them? Well, someone who would is obviously a gang boss, a mafia boss, or a criminal with a lot of power and a very low self-esteem. And that is exactly the same concept that we are seeing with the ANC government of today. Just like the bully in high school, it's all a show of power. The ANC government doesn't really care what anyone thinks. It just wants to beat the white minority into submission. It just wants to show the white minority that they now have the power in this country. They want to make it very clear to everyone that they they can say exactly whatever they want, but if you just so much as offend them, if you just so much as offend someone from the same tribe as the people from the ANC is from, you will get the worst possible punishment for that. You will get sent to jail for saying something offensive and hurtful to someone else. A racial slur with no real meaning in real life. And no, it's not about the word, the K word, because if it was about the K word, there would have been a massive campaign against the Muslim Quran, which contains this word many, many times, and also a massive campaign against Muslims who use the word many, many times. It's not about the word, it's about the power relationship. It's about the ANC government wanting to show the minority here in South Africa that they have the power. This is why someone like Julius Malema, a rogue who says many hateful and insightful things that really actually lead to violence, because he literally commands his followers to commit violence, and in South Africa they didn't do anything wrong. While if you are part of the minority, you must really watch your step. If you are just as much as hurtful, to jail with you. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless all of you. Please remember to leave me a like and a comment to get the ratings up and so I can know how the responses to my video content is. Also be sure to send your name and preferred language to the number on the screen right now so you can receive updates from us on WhatsApp.